Welcome back to Mr. Obsolete's Vintage Homesteading. Today, I'm going to take out this dead tree behind me here. But first we're going to do is going to come out and take out some brush here and around here and clean out around it. So let's drop a tree, shall we? Okay, well, we're going to take this out. Now, the two of them have grown together down here at the bottom, and I'm going to have to cut it right in here so I can get a little bit of space in between there. If you come up here, you can see it's broken off. Been dead for quite a while. And the reason I'm out cutting these trees like this is if I'm not out cutting trees a lot, which I didn't do this summer, I need to sharpen up my skills because I got a couple of great big trees to drop in a area where I don't have a lot of room, so I'm trying to get my skill set back up. So let's cut it down. Get my ears on here. Well, it didn't go exactly where I wanted, but it's close enough. All the weight was off to the side there, but yeah, I'm about 2 feet off at the top. Boy, this old wood is hard and dry. Anyway, I'm going to buck it up. There's an old rotten stump here. It makes an ideal holder for my log here, so I can cut off a piece, slide it up, and cut off another piece. Okay, wheels down. I just measured it. It's about 44 foot tall, taller than I thought it would be. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to cut the top branches out of it here, come back here and branch it with the axe. Okay, well, I'm just going to finish cutting it up. Cut it up in some bigger pieces here and get the brush out of the way. Okay, well, this part's on the ground and a bunch of brush around it, so I got a piece of wood I cut off here. Put it on here to get it up off the ground, and I can cut this off right in here. Now I'm going to go back and cut over here. Yeah, when I'm in the end of a cut and I'm not sure exactly how the wood's off the ground, I just like to use the feather or the throttle end and do that fine last cut there, and you can just see it lifting up gently and cut right through. No kicking up or kicking the saw back. So next we can get it loaded up. Set these aside for kindling. So when you're loading this, you want to put the bigger end, the heavy end forward. Balance the trailer better. Get our 100-year-old tongs here and pull out these. Yeah, I'll get the rest loaded up and be back. Okay, well, we got it loaded up, got our equipment loaded up. Now some of these are a little heavy on the tail end there, so we use a tie strap to hold all this stuff in place. It makes it a lot easier. we go. Okay, well, gonna get the sawbuck loaded up and get ready to cut. Okay, well, we're gonna start with the small stuff on the bottom first. And that works a lot better. I used to put dove on the top, but when I'd be cutting, it'd be trying to kick back on me and whatnot, and so down at the bottom it's got weight of the heavier wood on the top, and keeps it from kicking out. So we'll get the smaller stuff on first. I'm going to try and work it in so it stays as close together as you can get it. Here again, keeps it from kicking back. And I got that. Now we get a couple of bigger chunks on here. One smaller one on the other side here. Just like that. That'll hold good. Okay, well, we'll be back after a while. Gonna get a little bit bigger saw. Okay, well, we're back and ready to start cutting that wood up. Mini Mac could do the job, but I like to run the different saws. This one I haven't run for quite some time, because I keep about a dozen saws ready to go at any one time. And this one I haven't run for, like I say, for quite a while. But, well, the saws and I have an agreement that neither one of us works in the hot weather much. Neither one of us run good. So it's nice and cool today. Going to be using our super expensive $5 Montgomery Wards Pro Max 610 McCulloch. So I should have probably called it a McCulloch Wards. That's what it really is. So anyway, got my authentic Wards hat on. So I'll get the saw warmed up and my eyes and ears on. We'll be right back. great cutter that is. It's really nice to be running a Mac again. I've been messing around with brand X saws all summer. So I'll get the rest of the wood in here and finish cutting it up. This is pretty hard wood. You can see that thing just zips through it no problem. That's the power of McCulloch's. Next thing we're going to do is load this up, and we'll be using pickeroon. You don't have to bend over and just hit it just a little harder. You just have to take a few whacks, just like that. Take it over. Just like that. So we'll get this all loaded up. We'll see at the splitting area. There you can see, fast and efficient, saves your back. Everybody needs one of these. Pickeroon. Well, here's the tree and a few other pieces we had laying around. I'm going to try to split this piece. This is, like I say, this wood is really, really tough. It has a crack right in here, which I'm going to turn to the side like this and then attack it from this side. I'm going to be using the Evansville. Now the thing that I talked about in this earlier is that this edge here is pretty blunt, and it's got a thin profile through here all the way through here, so it's definitely a splitting axe. But I'm going to reprofile this and move that edge back so it has a longer transition so it goes in deeper before it splits. But anyway, let's give it a try and see how it does on this really rotten tough wood here. I'm going to have to use my rubber gloves because that lousy handle I put on there is too big and clubby and slick. Okay, right there. See, that stuff is tough. See if I can move out a little bit here and get it to split. Nope. We'll have to use the wedge on this one, or else this hydraulic splitter, but let's grab a little bit smaller piece and try it. This one here should go right through this. The problem with that other type of wood there, once the initial cut goes in, it pushes the fibers apart like that. As soon as the axe gets in, it pinches back on it. You can see it's hard to get out, but I think this one will probably just go right through it. A couple of split all the way through there, so one chop here should do it. Just like that. Actually split all the way through there, but the bark is holding it. Anyway, be interesting to see how this turns out when I get it refined like I want. So there we have another fun day in the vintage homestead. See how tough that bark is. It's nice long grain, pretty straight fibers. Got another couple. Well, here's some of that really hard wood to split. I tried splitting this piece with a single bit, the big Evansville, and double bit and won't even penetrate it. And you know, this here's got a great big knot in it. And a lot of these other pieces here are really tough stuff. Really fine rings in here. I'll have to count one of them to see how many years it was. This tree here died because the top was blown out of it about 5 years ago. I finally decided to take it down. But so anyway, to split this, we're going to cheat. I'm going to use brute force with my vintage Flowtron hydraulic splitter. This only has a 3.5 horsepower Briggs on it, but it's adequate. Some places say it's 10-ton rating and others say 12, but really does the job for a little bitty one. So anyway, we'll get split in here, and you can see I got my Give It the Garlic shirt and hat on. These were gifts from Andrew from up in Canada there. He has a YouTube channel, Butler Outdoors Canada. You should watch that if you like old chainsaws and vintage tractors and stuff, just like our channel. Anyway, let's get busy. You'll see that it'll take quite a bit. It'll slow the engine down quite a bit to split this. So give her the garlic. You can see I have to use a spacer at the end of the cut because the ram won't come out far enough. These huge tough strands, I mean, they just do not want to come apart. You could hear the engine slowing down when it started cutting it. So anyway, more good firewood. When all else fails, brute force. We'll cut one more piece here.